smaller American indie film news this week. There's a title that came to surface called Shelter, a generic title, if you were to ask me. You don't want to look up the word shelter in IMDb. You'll find about a gazillion entries. What I'm curious about, or what I find interesting about the project, is the producing team and also the location of the film. So we have producers from Mandalay Pictures. We have Jason Berman, who is fresh out of Sundance with the movie 9 Days, and that played well. That was a crowd pleaser. We also have Bradley Pills, who did Seaberg and The Wolf Hour by Alistair Griffin Banks. So there's a fun producing team there, and I'm curious as to their selections in general. Mm-hmm. And so this is a sophomore feature from a filmmaker named Jen Gerber. And so she's done several short films in the past. She's also she did a queer film in 2017 called The Revival. So I'm actually quite enthusiastic about the location, the setting, and the acting duet or team that she put together here. So Melissa Leo is a part of the twosome, and so is Zazie Beetz. So some interesting choices there in terms of casting and location. What are your immediate thoughts for this film that will certainly be a possibility for Sundance 2021, if we could think that far ahead?
I mean, sure. I mean, I haven't seen the filmmaker's work, so all I can really go on is Melissa Leo and Zazie Beetz. Yeah, it's a great combo. We'll see what comes of it. It's one of these films that I think you sort of keep an eye on, and if it does get into Sundance, that means it's probably something you want to set aside a ticket for when you get to Utah. So we'll see what the development's like. And the interesting thing too is that Sam Rockwell is endorsing the picture as an executive producer. So clearly, it seems like the material has some kind of buzz, some kind of weight behind it, at least within the industry. So it's no small feat to get Melissa Leo or Zazie Beetz either, who are both. Zazie Beetz is certainly rising. She's coming off of Joker. Yeah. Melissa Leo is always a boon to anything she's in, so a lot of potential. So,
Gerber, I had just briefly researched the filmmaker, and she adheres to, or especially liked, American Honey, The Florida Project, and Winter's Bone. So if it's anywhere close to that territory, that means she might prefer a look or feel or tone or texture that resembles a little bit of realism.
Well, it seems the synopsis speaks to that a bit.
So the synopsis goes as such. A troubled father reconnects with a strange daughter after they find themselves homeless in the middle of a winter storm. Mm-hmm. So they might have to...
So it sounds like it has that gritty realism from those films you mentioned that, So it seems she's bringing that inspiration a bit. Yeah. That's what she's citing as her favorite films.
And Melissa Leo's character is part of a rural Minnesota backdrop, and she fakes an illness in hopes of getting back on her feet. I'm not really sure what that means, but it could be one of those dramas that carries heavy dramatic weight.
Definitely.
So we can look out for this film. It'll go into production probably soon, and perhaps 2021 Film Festival. Hey, this is Eric from IndieSponge. Check us out every Friday.